Liberia. The first thing that comes to mind about this country is war. Everything from its infrastructure to its economic collapse to its education system has fallen victim to grave struggles. These disparities have left this once prominent country in shambles. But there is now some hope for turning around the country's education foundation with a new focus on the professional development of its early childhood educators. A delegation of 17 Liberian educators traveled to Washington, D.C. to participate in an early childhood study tour. The tour was hosted by the Open Society Foundation and the University of the District of Columbia and held several development workshops and symposiums.
Well, the invitational study tour for Liberian educators involved in early childhood education came about because we wanted to provide additional experiences for the trainers and those who are involved in policy making, those at the universities, to see how other places implemented early childhood programs.
Inside the workshops, the participants learned how to make classes more interactive. They also discussed strategies for teaching, compared and contrasted the cross-cultural approach of teaching young children, as well as learned about the different stages of child development. Using the classroom as the third teacher was the major theme during this tour. During this workshop, the educators were instructed to create a visual classroom from the perspective of their students. Massa S.S. Creighton, the head of the Open Society Initiative for West Africa, gives a richer look into why this workshop was beneficial.
Well, you see, all of them come from diverse backgrounds. We have teachers, we have administrators, we have policy makers. So it's like each person will get a different or an additional set of skills or knowledge to add to what they already have, to move or to work comfortably, moving the process in their own areas.
Another workshop included a professional development seminar. During the seminar, the participants interacted with early childhood professionals working here in the Washington metro area. The seminar consisted of a roundtable discussion on how to effectively train early educators. They also gained insight on the certifications and degree programs available to them. The workshop concluded with plans for developing fellowships and study abroad programs with the Liberian delegation. To conclude the tour, the group visited one of DC's premier developing family centers. There they learned the importance of comprehensive centers to the life expectancies of children and their families.
The study tour has broadened my perception on early childhood development. I've seen a lot of things along the way as we were going through the different sessions, the different site visits. My eyes have been open, my mind has been open to see so many different approaches to just getting the work done.
However, with great change can come great challenge. Though the Liberian delegation has made many strides to reform early education in Liberia, they are fully aware of the pending obstacles.
Well, one of my major challenges is having to change the mindset of the teachers. The teachers have been settled down in that old style. When I say old style, coming to a classroom, holding a cane in front of a blackboard, having the children do routes with alphabets, with numbers, having them write at an early age. So now with this early childhood intervention, to having them flip over their minds to their approach is a little bit challenging.
Though faced with a few challenges, the participants remain positive and plan to continue advocating for the welfare of Liberia's young people.
We need to have a demonstrated political will. It's good enough for the government to say, oh, we have an ECD program, we have an ECD policy. Now, do we have the necessary budget, national budget appropriations to the Ministry of Education for ECD? That would be a question that we'll need to ask. How prepared are we to put in the kind of money that is needed to jumpstart the system and to run the system? All right? It has to be something we have to be committed to.